Welcome to Country First Action Foundation's Lesson Number 14, How School Boards Work. When people think about how schools are run, many picture the state legislature or even the federal government. And while Washington sets broad education policies and state capitals decide how much money to send to districts, the real governing body for your local schools is much closer to home. It is the school board. School boards are the link between the community and the classroom. They oversee budgets, set policies, hire superintendents, and make decisions that affect students, teachers, and families every single day. To understand how American schools operate, you have to understand how school boards work. A school board is a group of citizens elected to represent their community in overseeing the local school district. Most boards have 5 to 7 members, though some are larger. Members are almost always elected, though in a few states, certain school boards are appointed by mayors or governors. These boards do not run the schools day to day. Instead, they set policy and direction. They hire a superintendent who acts like a chief executive officer to manage the district's daily operations. The board sets the vision. The superintendent carries it out. School boards function through regular public meetings. They vote on budgets, policies, and contracts. They listen to community input. They debate priorities. Decisions are made by majority vote. A board president or chair usually leads the meetings, but every member has one vote. Boards may also form committees to dig into specific topics like curriculum, finance, or facilities. The superintendent and staff provide reports and recommendations, but ultimately, the elected board members decide. This system is designed to ensure accountability. Parents, teachers, and taxpayers can attend meetings, follow the debates, and hold members responsible at the ballot box. School boards look different depending on where you live. In Texas, local boards have wide authority to set policies, manage staff, and determine curriculum choices within state frameworks. In California, boards also have significant independence, but they work within a strong state funding system. In states like Kentucky or New Jersey, the state government plays a heavier role in shaping curriculum and standards, limiting local discretion. Some cities like Chicago historically had mayor-appointed boards, though recent reforms have shifted toward elected members. In New York City, the Department of Education reports directly to the mayor, with local councils serving in advisory roles. That shows how diverse governance can be across the country. School boards oversee budgets that often make up the largest portion of local government spending. District budgets cover teacher salaries, classroom supplies, transportation, food service, technology, athletics, and maintenance of facilities. Funding comes from 3 main sources. Local revenue, usually property taxes, is the foundation. State governments provide significant aid, often designed to equalize differences between wealthy and less wealthy districts. The federal government contributes a smaller portion, usually targeted towards specific programs, such as Title I for low-income schools or special education support. Boards must approve balanced budgets each year, deciding how to allocate dollars across competing needs. Do they invest in new textbooks or update technology? Do they renovate facilities or add staff for smaller class sizes? Each choice reflects the values and priorities of the community. The role of the board can be grouped into several main responsibilities. First, they set a vision. They decide what kind of education the community wants its students to have and what goals to pursue. Second, they manage leadership. Hiring and evaluating the superintendent is perhaps their single most important job. The superintendent is the chief executive of a school district. They carry out the vision and policies set by the school board, managing day-to-day operations such as hiring staff, overseeing budgets, and ensuring that schools run effectively. Third, they approve budgets and oversee finances. Without that, nothing else happens. Fourth, they establish policy. From attendance rules to discipline procedures to graduation requirements, boards set the framework for how schools operate. Fifth, They serve as the community's voice. They listen to parents, taxpayers, and students, and then bring those perspectives into the decision-making process. Like city councils and county boards, school boards operate by majority vote. No single member can make decisions alone. That means building consensus is essential. This is democracy at the local level. Decisions are not always unanimous, but they must reflect enough agreement to move the district forward. Serving on a school board is one of the most direct ways citizens can shape public education. It requires balancing budgets, setting priorities, and listening to the people they represent. So when you think about how schools are governed, remember that while Washington and the states set the broad framework, your local school board does the day-to-day work of shaping education. Thank you for joining us today. If you have any questions, please reach out to the email address on the screen, and we will be in touch as soon as possible.